Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. What is going on? What is going on this Thursday? Thursday. Everybody out there in the universe. Yes, yes, yes. And welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Okay? Welcome to my channel, you guys. Um, I didn't send no notifications out. I just wanted to jump on in here for a second, tap in for a minute. I get to the point where I miss being on here. I miss going live and talking and reaching out um, to the universe. Like today, you guys, I didn't really come in here to really speak about anything, but as you see the title, right? Of on my thumbnail, I really wanted to speak on this more than anything. Um, just want to tap in lightly on this building. Yes, yes, building ourselves, um, building ourselves in the mind first, right? In the mind first, because the vision starts in your mind. But you have to have the heart for it. You have to have the heart to really you have to have the heart for it. So when things don't go right all the time, when the things don't go accordingly to how you may think it's supposed to go, your heart will always stay solid. You know, you won't give up on yourself or on your dreams because it's in your heart. And long as your heart is solid, take it from me, man, you'll always find a way to work things out in your life. Yourself or on your dreams. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we in here. Uh, I'm only in here for a second. I wanted to just tap in for a minute and talk to you guys and just really like I say, I'm working on a few things in here, so I have to always tap in to make sure um, I'm at least coming close, okay, close to being uh, to getting my channel the way I want it to go. And so it take practice, right? It take practice. And I don't be on here as much as I should, even though As you could tell, I have a lot of videos, right? But I don't uh I don't practice it much like I should. I just get on here sometimes and go to speaking from my heart. Okay, that's why I say if things come out the wrong way, sometimes if things if I talk too fast or talk too slow, if things don't come out right, hey, charge it to my heart, okay? Because I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from the experience of life. I'm speaking for the happiness of life and um, the way how I feel right now at the age of 53. Okay, so that's the things I'm speaking from. Uh, and hey, hey, all I have to say is I am very grateful. I'm very grateful to be on this side of the universe, and I'm very grateful to have I've learned a great deal uh, that I have been on these past 7. It's been a great journey. It's been a lot to really learn and a lot to take in. Excuse me, I'm trying to get something going over here and it's not letting me do it. It's been a lot to take in. When you trying to learn something new, when you trying to build the inside of yourself, it do takes a lot of willpower. So give me 1 second. I'm almost there. So it's like so it's like I just really feel proud of for really staying grounded to my beliefs and what I truly wanted the rest of my life to look like. Okay. So with further ado, you guys, let's get this little show started today. If anybody out there, if you're watching me right now, the thumbnail, not the thumbnail, I post the link in the chat. So you can look in the chat and you can see the link. You is welcome to hit that link and welcome to come on up here and talk a little bit with me on my show. I'm only in here for like 30 minutes or so, right? I want to work out some things on here and just see what's going on here with the new way I'm trying to learn new things now on this on my channel. I just got in here and I wanted to start talking, right? So I didn't really care about so much of the technical side of it, right? Uh, of course, you see, I love my graphics and everything, right? But I didn't care too much about all the other stuff. I didn't even care too much about the viewing, the views, right? All I know is that I had a lot that I wanted to say, and I had a lot of work that I did quietly behind the scenes with myself, and I was proud of it. right? So that was the reason why I wanted to put my face out here and put my voice to the work that I was so proud of. That's why I say if I can do this, anybody can do this, right? Because this is hard and it was challenging for me to do it, you know, because of all my little imperfections. So if I could do this and not care so much about say or how they're gonna feel, actually trying to say and speak what's in my heart, you know, even though it might come out wrong sometimes. Hey, we human. We can't be afraid about the mistakes and we can't be afraid about what people is going to say. The best thing we can be to ourselves is to be real and to be authentic and speak from the heart, right? Do things from the heart, do it genuinely. Throughout my whole life, I've always been a pretty good, decent person, right? Not perfect, but I've always been good in my heart. Okay. Um, so with that being said, it just took me to start caring about other things other than what I was used to caring about. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I just wanted to hey, like I say, I wanted to learn new things. In ordinary to learn new things, you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of caring about what the people say. You know, ooh, that rhyme, right? You got to get out your way. You got to get out of what people is going to say about you. If you doing this for the right reasons, if you doing this out of your heart, if you doing this for growth, if you doing this to build a better uh, stable character about yourself, okay? Some of us have to build that. Some of us have to find that. Now, for me, my character always been strong, intact. I never lost myself with the character. Now, I might have lost myself with certain other things that I didn't have the tools for, right? That's why you got to constantly work on yourself and constantly get better. Uh, my young dog texting me, my business partner, right? So excuse me for 1 second. Sometimes people want to seem like as soon as I jumped on here, I got two or three different texts. And yeah. So, anyways, before I get started with this show, let me try. I promise you guys, I'm going to get this down packed. Okay, I'm gonna get the intro cut down short. Right now, it's at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That's a little too long. I got it down to 100 and 1 minute and 20 seconds. I got it down to that, uh, but I haven't put it up yet. So I'm just gonna do this intro for right now. This is a good intro. I'm gonna cut this down as well because this talks about the person, my philosopher, my teacher, the person that I owe a great deal actually spoke to me and made me realize the change in my mind, and he made me realize it. He made me realize it in my mind, and then it really growed into my heart, into my spirit. Now, this man changed a lot of lives. Like I say, he's my philosopher, Mr. Les Brown, right? So I think I always want to start my show off with him and with me dedicating uh, my show through him. Now, although this intro is a little long, so bear with me, have patience with me on this, but I am cutting down my intro and I'm getting better at my intro. Right now, I'm just testing out some things, even though you guys, it's been 7 years of me actually really uh, studying and changing my life and my mindset. But think about it. I'm 53 years old. So I've been living a certain way for over 40 something years. So even though it took 7 years, even though I'm in the process of changing and becoming a better person in years, just think about it. It I've been living 40 some years. So it's gonna take a while, you guys. But the main thing is that it had already, the spirit had already trapped trapped my mind and it trapped my soul, and it already was, the spirit was inside my heart. So that's halfway there already. Once your mind get there, once your heart get there, your soul and your body, it takes over. So think of it like that. So even though it's 7 years, people would say, like I got 200 and some videos now, and I only really been on line and YouTube maybe for like almost a year and a half, 2 years, right? But I've been 7 years teaching, writing down, and studying. So another 40 years to actually get me all the way, all the way perfect. Well, can't quite say perfect, but let's just say perfectionist, right? It's going to take a while for me to perfect uh, a lot of things that I'm trying to become. And some people, I know they may look at, man, look at your grades, you're an older guy. Uh, isn't it too late? No, it's not. No, it's not. That's why I have to say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, let's get it. Let's. Mr. Les Brown. He done changed a lot of lives out there. I ain't the first one, and I ain't gonna be the last one. Me, myself, I embodied what he was saying. I embodied his work, his words, how he put it, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a person like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why when I put it in, I push it out.
That's right.
Like him, because what he said is this: if you listen to me and I change your life, then what you could do is speak those words and change somebody else's life. Yes, yes, yes. Like I say, this intro, I'm just working on it, okay? And I'm gonna get it shorter. It's just certain things I wanted to work at first. Now, like I was speaking on, even though, even though it's been a year and a half, I'll say 2 years since I've been on. I mean, since I started this YouTube. Uh, exp- I still I'm still working to get better. You know, that's what life is. That's what the thumbnail says, right? Building. You know, you have to build. You have to keep building and working on yourself. Don't settle for what you may think you already have. You know, don't settle. Don't settle for what you may think. That's hold on. Is that on? Okay. Yeah. Don't settle for what you may think that's already good in your life. Don't settle for that. It's more out there. Okay. I was once a person that thought that things was, you know, that I had everything in the world. And you know, I had a lot. But one thing that I was missing happiness in the inside of my heart. And that's what a lot of us go through. What was that saying? Oh, a lot of us go a lot of us go through being happy on the outside, but not so much on the inside. So that's what I was going through, people. And I just found a real emptiness inside of myself. Now on the outside, everything was good, everything was perfect, right? But when we lay down and we have quiet time to ourselves, you go to really thinking, is it more? Is it more inside of me? And it is. It's more inside of all of us, you know? So that's why I started asking myself why. I started to challenge myself and I started to want more from myself. I started to want more out of life, right? It has nothing to do with nobody else. It just has something to do with me. I wanted more. I wanted something different. I wanted to put my put what's in my head. I wanted to actually put it out there to make it make sense. A lot of things that we do really doesn't make sense, right? If you really think about it. Let me see. Hold on, I got. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got somebody. I got my business partner trying to get up in here. So give me 1 second, you guys. Yeah, like I say, I am working on different intros. Okay, I'm working on different things now. Now, uh, I can do other things and try to get this channel moving a little bit uh, more in a different direction. Like I said, at first I was just coming on here to speak what's in my heart. It was like therapy for me, you guys. You hear me? We all have to have a good positive outlook on certain things, and we have to have an outlet, right? So uh, I found I found the outlet on YouTube because I was in different positive groups. Okay, that's another thing. What we do with our time, right? What we do when we going through our phones and what we listen to on YouTube or other devices that we listen to. If you into listening to garbage information, that's what I call it, messy information. Uh, if you into stuff that's not productive, then that's what your life gonna consist of. See me, I wanted to get far away from anything that wasn't uh, positive and anything that wasn't productive. So I started going into chat rooms that was talking about positive, that was talking about moving forward, that was talking about forgiveness, right? I started challenging myself to that. So that's the only thing that's on my timeline. That's the only thing that's in my phone. I always said, right, if you want to know something about a person, get their phone, right? If you want to know something about a person, Look and see what's in their phone. That'll tell you everything you need to know about a person. Now, is it good? Is it bad? Depends on the individual. Everybody take their own time to figure out what's more important to them, right? At certain stages we go through in our lives, uh, and there's certain things in our lives that can take us in a good positive way or in a messy or in a bad way, right? I chose to use my time. I chose to use uh, these devices for positivity. This was a personal choice. Like I say, everybody gotta make their own personal choice on where they want to go in their life. Some people, they get to the money, they get to the bag, they have all of these uh, good things on the outside and never ever really be fulfilled in the inside. I seen that. I was around that my whole life, right? And I chose to be and do something different. I chose to really spend my time wisely by listening to motivational speaking, by listening to things that can better my mind and better my heart, so I can have a spirit of loving, a spirit of forgiveness, a spirit of, peace. You know, it's nothing like the spirit of peace, you guys. Yeah, I got somebody trying to get in here. All you got to do is hit that link. You hit that link right there on my channel, and I can pull you up in here. But yes, so that was my journey. I'm so glad that it all worked out for me. Like I always tell people, like, what worked for one person, it might not work for the next person, right? But this is one thing that'll work for everybody. If you tired of negative things in your life and you want positive in your life, that right there, that works for everybody, right? Positive mindset, a positive life, that's for everybody. Now it's an individual choice, but that's out here for everybody, just like negative and bad is out here for everybody, right? So it is a personal choice. You have to get tired. You have to get tired of being tired. Right? You have to be tired of being tired. You have to be tired of the things around you, tired of, and then you have to know inside yourself that is more to you. It's more than you than just, your clothes. It's more than you than just, your looks, your house, your cars. It's more inside of you than just that. Because if they strip all of that stuff away, right? Like when we born, like newborn babies, when they come up in here, they have nothing. They only get corrupt by just off living in this universe. Okay? I don't see the chat. He said he don't see it. Uh, okay. Hold on for a second. I got my business partner trying to get up in here, and let me see. Let me call him real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. It's right there that I put it. Yeah, I put it right there. I see it. See, now this is a funny thing. My business partner, he's a young guy, uh, and like I said, he knows, excuse me, he knows marketing well. He used to work for a marketing company. He knows business strategies very well. And but he never really been on YouTube, right? So this something new for him. Like I said, we all in here to work and help one another. So as well as he's helping me out a great deal on the business and the marketing side, he's also learning a deal from the old man over here. Okay. Uh, I just called you, young dog. Okay, he got it now. Yeah, listen, I'm not. Look, all I could be is strictly. I wouldn't even be doing this if I couldn't be honest. First of all, with myself, so I could be honest with you guys. I wouldn't even be doing all of this. You know. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, hold on. Let me get him in here.
Yo, can you see me, big bro? You can hear me?
There you go. What's going on there, brother?
What's up, big bro? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Hold up.
Hey, what's going on with you? It seems like you're
It seemed like it's a lag or something.
to go out and come back in.
All right.
Ugh. Yeah, so we'll wait for a minute to get him back on up in here. But yeah, like I was saying, like I was saying, building, man, building yourself, building your peace, It is one of the most important things ever to do in one's life. Hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
All right, we straight?
Okay, yeah, I got you now. I got you now. So what you say
Yeah,
there,
my bad,
young
big bro.
blood?
Man, I've been listening to the show, and you cooking right now.
Yeah, man. I wanted to jump on here for a second, man. I didn't really have a topic to talk about, but I really just wanted to speak on building, bro. Uh, building yourself, building your mindset. Um, really a lot of times, man, to stay focused in this thing called life, you have to rebrand yourself, and we get caught up in this thing called life, man, and it get hard sometimes to yourself, know.
Hmm. Yeah, no, and that's facts, man. But you know what? We always talk about personal growth and personal development,
It's
and I
saying the
did hear you
connection.
say
You
on the
see?
show. No, I don't see anything about any connection, but my
Okay,
Wi-Fi signal strong on my end.
okay, yeah, it's cool now. Go ahead. What you saying?
I, yeah, I seen on the show when you said if you want to know anything about a person, then get their phone and start going through that YouTube timeline, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. You said that to me a bunch of times. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why that's important is because you will see what this person consumes, and then it'll start to match up with what be coming out their mouth. You see what I'm saying? They start matching up with how they behave,
Oh,
and you can be like, all right, you know, you know what I mean? And it shows like, all right, if a person is acting a certain way and they not seeing a certain progress, emotion in their life, go through their YouTube timeline and look at what they be consuming, and then all of a sudden everything start making sense. So no, and you spot on about that, bro.
hey, you so right. Hey, you know what, man? You's a very young, wise man to even say something like that. A lot of people your age, they wouldn't even think of nothing. They wouldn't even think of to say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah,
like I say, I can't blame the people either because I was once uh, not really thinking so positive like that. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't really wise thinking at a young age like that. It was only up until life started hitting me in my chest, brother. You hear me? Life started hitting me in my chest, and I had to put on my parachute and start thinking, you know,
yeah.
if I wanted to save myself, you know.
But you
So
want to
you
know something
very
crazy,
spot
bro?
on.
Man, and this might even be off topic, but it's something that hit me yesterday, bro. So yesterday,
Uh,
man, I did two radio shows in one day, right? I,
you right, and I saw that. Congratulations to you,
hey,
brother.
thank you, big bro. I hope you seen the other one, man. I had gave you a shout out. Like shout out my big brother
Oh,
Rob.
okay. I gotta check that
But
one.
look, bro, and it was something that I started to think about because when you talk about like personal growth and personal development, I think we got to start implementing when we talking about that topic, patience, bro. Because things don't happen overnight, and so like me going on my content creation journey and being a personal branding coach and my classes and whatnot, you know, I only been doing this for a year, but when I look at myself right now, I'm a completely different person than I was a year ago. And so
Mm,
now I'm starting to get these opportunities where people invite me on their radio shows and their podcasts and stuff like that. And guess what, dog? That don't mean that it's money in my bank account. You see what I'm saying? Like it
right,
ain't
right.
translating to dollars. And I was like, Rob, remember I told him like, man, Rob, bro, I need this to thing to to speed up a little bit. and you were telling me
Right.
about being patient. And I remember one time because so okay, I'm gonna say this too. So like your time is coming, you got to wait for it, but you also have to prepare for it as well. Because when we talk about personal development, yeah, we can read all the books, we can we can consume all the information, but we have to be patient because we know our time is coming. But we also got to prepare because we know that time is coming, you know. And so one time my granddad had told me, bro, and check this out. You know, I'll be telling you I'm gonna call them these granddadisms. These granddadisms.
Yeah.
Because you know, I always be telling you what he told me, because my granddad, man, super wise dude, but he said he was like, patience means to calmly wait when you know something is coming. Right? That's
Mhm.
patience. And he switched it up. He said a patient fool will wait and not prepare, but a wise
Mm,
person will
mm.
wait
That-
and prepare. Right?
That's
So
big, man.
he
Man,
gave
man,
he gave me
your granddaddy has some serious words, bro.
what it made so now, and I spent a lot of time with him as a kid, so now you know why I think like this. This dude was my YouTube timeline. You feel me? And so and so obviously when he was saying these things to me when I was growing up, I never really knew what he meant or didn't have anything to apply it to. But now I'm looking at my life, bro, and when I was laid off and I was broke and I had all the zeros in my bank account, and my maxed out credit cards and whatnot, and I started learning all these things, man, I kind of felt like one day I'm gonna be on a big stage. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some spotlight on me, you know, because you know how I think, man. I want to make it to the top of the mountain. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And so, like over time, I was being patient. I was being patient because I will remember going on Facebook, and that's why this saying is so powerful. Comparison is the thief of all joy. But I remember I'll be going
Mhm.
on Facebook and I see people going on vacations and winning awards and doing all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I work 10, 15, 20 times harder than all these people. You see what I'm saying? I ain't getting no recognition and I ain't getting no awards. And so then I had to say, hey man, it's just not your time,
That's
you
right.
know, it's not your time yet. But I was preparing though. Even though I was in the shadows, I was training. Like, bro, I used to do like fake podcasts before I actually started going on podcasts. Before anybody actually invited me.
Now break that down. Now, how can you do a fake podcast? Break that down for me.
I would set up my camera on my phone. Like I would set up my phone and I would
Uh,
sit down and act like I was on the podcast.
oh, okay, okay. All
And
right,
I it's
got you.
like and I because I would reach out to people to see if I could be on their podcast. They would tell me no. Because in their eyes,
Mm,
I can't bring any value. I was a nobody,
right.
right? So I'm like, man, you know what? F y'all. I'm gonna go make my own podcast. But
Log on
I
right.
was at the time I wasn't really wasn't really used to being on this camera, so I was real nervous. So I was like, you know what? One day, either I'm going to be on somebody else's podcast or I'm gonna start my own podcast. I probably should start practicing on podcasting. So I would set up my
Right.
phone and I'd be like, "What's up, y'all?" And I start talking to the camera like I was doing a podcast, kind of how you doing your lives, right? And then,
Okay.
the Exchange building where we shot a lot of our videos at. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I would go there and I would bring some friends with me and we'll go into the audio room and then we'll be doing like every day we'll do like a fake podcast. Like we'll actually record on the microphone. We didn't drop episodes, but we'll be doing these mock podcasts to get me better. And now, when I go on these podcasts, people like, man, I would have thought you'd have been doing this stuff your whole life. You're just so good at it. Nah, I was always preparing before I even got on one. So
You was preparing.
yeah. So and I was like, I'm gonna do this. So I just started showing up and doing the reps. But like I think, this is an example of what my granddad was talking about was you see what I'm saying, a wise man will a wise person will be patient and prepare at the same time. If you patient, you just waiting. You ain't doing nothing, you just waiting. But I'm waiting and preparing. And now, man, I
Mhm.
went on these two podcasts, dog, and I did my thing. You see what I'm saying? My thug thizzle on these podcasts. And I got people calling me and DM me, hey man, I just watched this podcast. Can you come on my podcast? Can you come teach a class on my podcast? I'm like,
That's
oh,
what's up.
you see what I'm saying? This is crazy. So, but I guess the whole point is like when we talking about personal development, you know, sometimes you got to have that patience, but you got to prepare at the same time because your opportunity gonna come. It's gonna present itself because you've been patient. Patient people, you gonna get yours because you've been waiting. But when that opportunity presents itself, if you haven't been preparing for that moment, you're not gonna perform, and all that waiting that you did was in vain. You know what I mean? You wasted your time waiting. So, man, I just feel blessed, man. It's been a journey, but I'm proud, man. And it's like now it's all my hard work is finally paying off.
Well, listen, I'm super proud of you, young brother. Like I always tell you that, so when I met you, you went to telling me, we went to like talking about each other dreams and what we do. And you see, I was very impressed of the things you was doing at the age you at, man. You only 26 years old, so I was very
Mhm.
impressed, man. Uh, and just listening to your stories and you could tell that you had, your grandfather, your daddy. You could tell you had wise people around you by the way that you talk and the way how you put, your thoughts and dreams to actions. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because what you just said is very, very true. In the process of being patient, you literally have to be working towards whatever dream that you trying to perform for yourself. Because you just say if you being patient and you not study constantly working on yourself, when the opportunity do come and
Mhm.
you ain't ready, it's just gonna pass you by.
It's gonna go find somebody else. You see what I'm saying?
That's ready. That's ready for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Patience and preparation, bro. Patience and preparation.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and you see when me and you first clicked up, man, and we started talking, it's like the things that come out your mouth,
Mhm.
I got the ending of it. And the things that come out of my mouth, you got the beginning of it. You see what I'm saying? We both on that same wavelength, bro. You just the younger version, and I'm the older version.
That's
You
right,
know? So that's a good thing, brother.
man.
I'm very glad that God put us together like this, my brother.
Yeah, hey, you ain't lying, bro. And I tell you this, man. We talk about it all the time, dog. It feel good to have a person that's a real friend, that's in my corner, that I can trust as I elevate, because you can't have a bunch of new people around you, bro. You see what I'm saying? When you elevating,
Man,
you have to. It's called old blood and new blood. I'm trying to mix old blood and new blood.
right.
Because like a lot of times, bro, what happen is you will see like a lot of people downfall. The big people, they circle change, bro. Where your people at when you first started? Because those are people that ain't gonna afraid to tell you, hey, bro, you not on the same path. you know hey, bro, I see some things changing in you right now that ain't good. Hey, don't go over there, because they been with you since day one. And so, man, I'm glad that you on my team. I'm on your team, and man, we gonna go win some championships, big dog.
Uh, hey, hey, you almost gave it out there. You almost gave it out.
Oh, you know what, man? Look, okay. First of all, everything is set. Everything is set, bro. So we could go ahead and announce it
Okay.
if you want to. Listen, for everybody in the audience, man, this is the
Yeah.
first announcement. So I started a podcast, y'all. I got one. I got one of them
Hmm.
things. I got a podcast called The Champions Club. And man, I wish I had my notebook with me. I might have to run and go get it. So because I don't want you to think I'm fibbing and tall telling. Listen,
Hey, go ahead. Go
I'll be,
ahead. Go get it.
I'll be right back. Hold up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's my little young brother, man.
Yeah,
Me and him been working
check it.
together
I'm alive.
third
Real
shift.
loud.
Third shift. Okay. We've been working together for over 7 months. And we have really bonded, you know. And the first thing we both said to each other, think about it. If I wasn't on my journey, because see, I'm an older person. So if I wasn't on my journey and he on his journey as a young person, we would have just passed each other. But being as though I kept on my journey, which is personal development. You see what's down there right there, right? Your body and your soul deserves honor. Never allow others. You hear me? Never allow nobody to tell you what you're worth. You hear me? And that's what I kept doing. I kept focusing. I didn't care about the things that I wasn't good at. I just cared about the things that I was good at and the things that brought me joy inside of my heart. That's the only thing I cared about. So I kept going. I kept going with personal development. I felt as though I had all of this stuff on the outside that was good, but my personal life, what I thought about, the way how I spoke to people, um, and the things that I couldn't control that made me not so much of a nice person, right? So I needed to I needed to work on that, and that is personal development. Like when people be have mean spirit, or people be messy, however the case may be, that's called personal development. If there's you out there in the world, if there's you out there in the universe, that means you need to really work on yourself, you know? And that's what we missing out here in this universe. We work on everything else, but we do not work on what's eating us up in the inside of ourselves. We have a lot of things on the outside that make us smile, but it's so much in the inside that make us cry. And those are the things that we need to really work on, because that doesn't get talked about, and uh, it doesn't get challenged. See, it's hard to really challenge your own self. That's why, like what the young dog was saying, when my brother was saying, if you got a good person around you, he would make you, or she would make you challenge the inside. You know, everybody look on the outside. That's a common thing in life. Is really, like I always say, these things, these challenges we find in our lives, uh, it's not really our fault. This stuff that has been brainwashed upon the American people. So it's really not our fault. It's our fault if we don't find ways to rebuild the things that's put inside of us as we live out here in this universe. We have to really find time to rebuild ourselves, rebuild. Um, Sometimes you have to rebuild your mind. You have to rebuild your heart. Uh, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into this. Only you can do it, though. Can't nobody do it for you. Only you can do it. That's why I put right here. You know, uh, it's you versus you. It's nobody else we should be worried about. You should be worried about yourself. You being better than yesterday. You thinking better than yesterday. You speaking better than yesterday. I said that speaking word because can you believe uh, me myself? I've been out of school what maybe probably like 35 years or so like that, right? Matter of fact, we just had a class reunion. Shout out to my back home people, my hometown. Shout out to my class reunion. It was a beautiful time. That was a couple of months ago. So shout out to them people. Um, but yes, yes, you have to rebuild. You have to rebuild yourself. Can't nobody do that for you. Funny thing. I talk to a lot of people, right? Talk to a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people because that what gives me uh, information when you talk to people. You talk to people like we were speaking on the telephones. You know what people are thinking about. You know what people are listening to when you talk to people. So when you do stuff like that, you get to know a lot about how this universe, how this
Hey, I'm gonna clean up
universe.
all those notebooks. Okay.
Uh,
I will. Bye.
he got his babies. Uh,
All right.
hello.
Whew.
You found
Bro,
it?
nah, I can't find it, man. My wife didn't clean, and she said she don't
What?
know where she put it. But look, I had this notebook because I'll be writing my goals down
Uh,
every day. So
yeah,
since
yeah.
last year, I had put. I started as soon as I had the idea of the podcast. I had put. I will make. I will make 100K with the Champions Club podcast. I've been writing it down since last year,
Mm,
right? And so here we are in October 2025, and I'm going to announce it here because I'm pre-recording episodes. But
okay,
the Champions Club podcast is officially underway. So I got two
okay,
episodes in the clip right now. So I got mine,
okay,
I got yours that I did with
okay,
you. I just
okay,
scheduled um three more episodes with people, three more interviews next week. So when I have six episodes fully edited and ready to go, I'm gonna do a bigger announcement. This is a soft announcement. You see what I'm saying? This is a soft
okay,
reveal. But yeah, man, and
okay.
this is the thing too. When I was writing down my podcast and
Uh,
when I was writing down my goals, I also wrote down some scripture, and I'm gonna pull it up too, man, because I want to make sure
okay.
I don't be trying to paraphrase the scripture. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. I know you're a very particular young man. That you pull up, you accurate on everything you talk
I
about.
try
Hey.
to be. I try to be. And so this scripture is Habakkuk 2:2, right? Habakkuk 2:2.
Okay.
It said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, so that he may read or who he may run that reads it." So, and I'm trying to pull up the whole verse because it's also talk about it also talk about like also almost the same thing we're talking about, but like the patience part, right? But let me pull this up because I don't want the AI version. I want the real thing.
Right, right.
They trying to paraphrase. I'm trying to
With that AI, yeah, that AI man is something
yeah.
else.
All right. So it said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Right. And then gave me another AI version. Nah, this ain't right. But anyway, it was saying for the vision is yet at an appointed time, right? Like we were talking about that patience. So I've been writing it down, You see what I'm saying? And I clear as day, I want to make 100K with the Champions Club podcast, right? So, okay, here we go. Write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run who readeth it. For the vision is yet at an appointed time, but in the end it will speak and not lie. Though it tarries, which means like it might take a long time. Though it tarries, wait
Right.
for it because it will surely come. That's the whole verse, right? So what it's saying is, bro, write your vision down, make it plain upon tables. I'm guessing tables meant paper back then, right? So
Right.
I'm writing it down, and it's saying that so he who reads it may run to it. I'm assuming that means like if they read it, they see the vision and they can execute it too. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna run to that vision. And then it says, though it tarries, wait for it. Wait for it. For and in the
Patience.
end, it shall speak and not lie. The vision that you wrote down is going to speak and not lie. And it says, though it tarries, wait for it because it will surely come. It didn't say it might maybe come. It might come some time. I say no, it will surely come.
Will surely come. Yes.
So
Yeah.
a year later, bro, here I am. I'm doing the podcast. I, I'm on a radio station. I started my own podcast. I'm on my own journey. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when I was writing it down, I didn't see it, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it
Mm-hmm.
was just all in my head. But I just kept writing it. You know, I wasn't really working towards it. It was just like, hey, this is something I want to do one day. And things they just started changing in my life. You know, I switched jobs. I was going through more problems and more problems. And I just decided that, man, I'm gonna start trying to do this content thing, man. And I just started showing up and doing it. And then 6 months into that, I end up meeting you, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 months later, here I am. Two podcasts or two radio shows in one day, constantly going on podcasts, starting my own podcast. And it's just like, bro, and this is what I remember I said this on the radio. I don't know if you heard it at the time because it was later in the show, but
Uh,
I had said that, man, I'm really blessed, And I was like, I said, I don't drive the car that I want to drive.
mm-hmm.
I ain't making the money that I want to make, but I am
Mm-hmm.
living the life that I want to live. You
That's
know,
right. And
I'm
that's
living
all that matters, brother.
all that matter, bro. Like I'm living a
Yep.
life with vision. I'm living a
Mm-hmm.
life with some dedication. I'm living a life with purpose. And so at the end of the
Hey,
day, I'm living
you
the
you
life I want to
cooking.
live.
You cooking now. You cooking now. Go ahead. You cooking now. Hey, that vision, man, look, that vision is very important. Because you can have all that stuff in the world, but if you don't have no vision, man, that's in the Bible, ain't it? That's in that book.
Yeah, no, it
People,
said it's I think it's Proverbs 29 and 18. I think
uh-huh,
because that's another one I will write down. I'm pretty sure it's Proverbs 29 18, and I'm gonna fact check it. But it says where there's no vision, the people will perish.
that's right.
So
That's right.
let me go ahead and fact check. Hold on.
Yeah. And the key thing to that, because people stop at what they have on the outside. They get the cars, they get the clothes, then they stop with the vision. That's all they
Right.
got. You know what I'm saying? And see, for me, brother, I wanted more than just that. I saw a bigger vision than just that. So that's
Mhm.
why I'm saying when you say a vision, that is very big. That we,
Yeah.
the people, need a bigger vision than just uh, outside materialistic things or a title at somebody else's employment. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
you know, we need a bigger vision, a bigger plan for ourselves than just that, man.
Mhm.
And that was something that I grew to understand.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Man, dude, man, I don't know why this episode about to start cooking. And I don't even really know how we got on the topic. But
Right.
you right. You right. And so check this out, bro. I was right. It's Proverbs 29 18. where there is no vision, the people will perish. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then what's so crazy, because I really like to break down words, right? And
Right.
so it says vision, right? And so when sometimes what I associate vision, I'm talking about like a dream or an ambition, So the word, if you look at the word vision, the definition, one of the definitions, the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. That's powerful, bro.
Very powerful.
It says with imagination or wisdom. So when we say vision, it ain't something you actually can see, bro. Like that. Remember, I said, I didn't actually see it, like it was in my head,
Mm-hmm.
like I that was that was the vision, that was the imagination part. I didn't have no wisdom around it, but man, I just remember, like, man, I would be so cool if I was so I would watch podcasts, and then I would literally visualize myself sitting in that chair talking to the people that was doing my favorite podcast, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my head, it was like I could see it. I just wasn't living it, but I just kept
Right.
writing it down. And so now, and what's so crazy is because check this out, bro. I'm gonna do this real quick. Look at this. So, and you should still be able to hear me. But bro, look. So this is my
Okay,
little setup.
you getting it together, man. You getting it
Listen,
together.
it ain't it ain't all done, and I know it's looking sloppy right now. I didn't dump my bag out. I was looking for my notebook, but
Okay.
this when we moved into this garage, bro, it was a bunch of stuff all over the place, right?
Uh-huh.
Because we were just putting stuff, when you move and throw it in the garage, we'll organize it later.
Right.
Man, I woke up one day and my wife she moved everything out. She cleaned it all out for me. So this is where I can come and create my content, bro. I'll be able to have my own studio. She did this for me, man.
Hey,
So
brother. Hey, that's a special woman, man, to help you with your dream like that.
my
You
dream,
know what I'm
exactly,
saying? Yeah,
bro.
that's
You
your
ain't
dream.
lying.
Cause she realized, see, we work third shift. You see what I'm saying? What my
Yep.
third shift is at out there?
Yeah,
You
my third
know,
shift warriors.
third shift
Yeah.
warriors. We work third shift, so our body be kind of tired. And so
Yep.
remember, me and you talked about this because you kept going on different podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
remember what I say to you? I say, brother, we could do this ourselves. Fine.
Hmm.
Hey, before we actually got your studio going, me and you, we was actually finna go rent a studio. Remember that?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
and
we
and,
was
and
finna.
and I'm in the works, bro. I'm in the works of doing this thing. And so this is the thing too, man. Like, I'm so thankful for my wife, bro. And this is why, like, as men, bro,
Mhm.
as leaders, as generals, the head of the household, we literally have to be able to communicate the vision,
Yeah,
right? Like
definitely,
when we and this is why it's so important to be a man of your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do something. If you say you're gonna
definitely
go out and achieve something, then what comes out of your mouth, your actions should follow,
should
right?
follow that.
Because
Definitely,
we get a lot of time. A lot of times you'll hear men saying, "Oh, my woman don't support me. She don't believe in my vision." Bro, how many times have you said you was gonna start something and didn't start it?
right,
How many times have you started a project and then dropped that project? How many
right,
times have you started a business and didn't follow through? It wasn't there. Your discipline wasn't there. So, like, this is what happens with kids. Your parents say they're gonna do something and then they don't do it, and then you want them to still believe that you're gonna come this Saturday, that y'all gonna go to the movies. Eventually, people get tired of being let down, so they just stop believing.
right,
So when I told my wife, about me wanting to do this podcast thing, and I was like, man, but I don't even know where to start. The garage is all, it's all messed up. Me and Rob thinking about renting something, but I'm like, I really, really want to do this. If I had the space, I'm gonna be in there every day making a video every single day. Or I told her, like, I'll be consistent in the mug, right? And a couple weeks later, I was sleeping and she woke me up and said, "Hey, I got a surprise for you." And the whole thing was emptied out, bro. She had swept in here, she mopped in here. My girl Mexican, so I smell like that fabuloso. You see what I'm saying? Like straight up fabuloso and strawberries and flowers up in this mug, right? And I was shocked, bro. But this is what happens when you people buy into your vision. You see what I'm
right.
saying? And so like
Right.
sometimes people they actually can't invest money, but they can invest time into your vision. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm really, really thankful that she was able to do this for me, bro, because I'm in here right now. So when you actually asked me to jump on, I was in here doing work. This is my office space
Okay.
now. And so I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna make this thing nice, man. I already got my little sign, and I don't know if y'all can see this because it might be flipped, but it said the Lord will guide you always. I'm leaving that right there.
They leave
You
it
see what I'm
right
saying?
there. That's right.
I'm leaving that right there. And I got into this garage, Rob, and I said, God, man, please bless this space where I start at.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a place. I said I'm gonna speak it. This is gonna be a place of transformation. This is gonna be a place of evolution, personal development, and this is gonna be a place of growth. Cause I'm about to do so much work up in here, man,
Growth.
that when people see me 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, they ain't even gonna believe this is where I started.
Amen, now, brother. Hey, now I know people out there when they check this out, they hear you talking, and the first thing they gonna say, especially for the people that know me, like they gonna see. I see how Mr. RC. I see why he really connect with the young dog because everything you speaking about, brother, is exactly what I've been talking about for years. I
Mm-hmm.
had the vision. I just didn't have how should I say? I didn't have the right support. You know, some
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of a little afraid to jump by myself like this, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the right because you need, like you just said, your wife know you really needed to you really needed a space to do. She know that, and she surprised you while you was asleep, and she took you and the kid, you and y'all kids, and she went out there and cleaned it up because she knew this would make you happy. And
Yep.
I want to say, man, shout out to your wife. Me, I was like, man, thank
I-
her
yeah.
because we was finna go. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, we was talking about renting a place and everything to do our stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because this was a
Right.
vision,
Yeah, we was.
and yeah, this was a vision you had. Now, even though I'm not gonna even lie, I had a different vision of topics of things, and you got a different vision of topic of things, but we could come together and still be accord. That's the thing that makes us so great as a team. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, the topics and the things that I was talking about daily lives and everything. I remember you was telling me like, Rob, that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you made me see something different. You know, you made me see
Yeah.
something different. But what I tell you, I say, but young dog, I can't be positive and speak on certain things without speaking on everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, and
Yeah.
you understood
That's
that as
right.
well. Yeah, so yeah, man,
Yeah.
this is working out
Because
so
man,
great. Only because go ahead.
well, nah, bro. I was gonna say because at the end of the day, bro, like I understand that you got to be you, and you see what I'm saying. So, and I respect that and salute that, big dog.
I appreciate you saying that because you know what I said. I was like, man, but you did put a little sense to what you were saying, and I did find myself going into other directions, right? But it's sort of like when I look at this world, and man, I hear all of this stuff, and I see all of this stuff. It just puts me right back to the forefront. Matter of fact, you talking about your wife, and we talking about yeah. Hey, matter of fact, I'm finna put something up here, bro, because let me see if I could do this. I want to put something up here because this lady was saying something on here that really meant so much to me, man. And this is what's going on in the world, people. You hear me? I'm only speaking on what's going on in the world, Craig. Oh, go ahead, man. You could talk. You could talk for a
Oh,
minute. I'm just
all
trying
right.
to find this thing.
But yeah, man, like bro, like you said, we had different different and I don't want to say like topics. It's just more of different like niches. You see what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah,
just
different
different, they're
niches.
different
There you go.
categories. But and here's the thing, bro. I ain't what Jamel say. I'm with you when you're right. You know, you know. And so the stuff you be saying, I ain't saying you're wrong because you're definitely right. You know, but I'm dodging those bullets because I'm over here with it. You remember because I had to tell Vicky, hey, she's like, then what's your position? What's your position on the matter? My position is no position. I don't want that smoke.
Right, right.
I'm cool where
I
I'm
don't
at.
even.
Hey, I remember you said that.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, man, this not everybody know this lady here. This Lil Wayne ex-wife, right? Baby mama, whatever.
Okay.
But speaking of your wife and what she did for you, okay. And you remember, like I told you, y'all young, and you know I always keep telling you, you got a long way to go, but keep working at it. I always tell you that. You and you got a good family, a good young family, and it just takes a lot of work.
Mhm.
So you just keep working at it. You remember I tell you that. But once you got a good person on your side, brother, cherish that. Don't I always tell
Yeah.
you that. Okay. But getting to what you said about your wife cleaning up the garage and stuff for you, and you didn't even have to
Right.
ask. Man, I love this clip when this lady say this because this is what men really, really want. Okay, a woman to really value and embody this type of strength.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Just listen to how she say this, my brother.
All right.
Have like eyes for nobody else. So it's man. Like nobody. I don't care how much money I didn't got more, but they didn't. People trying to talk to me all the different stuff like that. But it's like I'm not one of them girls. That is going. It's for you. Like 10 toes down. Ain't no man nothing that come around gonna make her switch up on you. Okay. I don't even have like eyes for nobody else. Like I'm just letting you men out there that really is about their man. Like
Brother, did you hear that? See,
I did.
brother, brother, I don't know. When she said that, boy, I'm talking about something just, I had goosebumps because just what you said about your wife, bro. You working third shift, she know your vision. You hear me? So she's really about her man. You hear me? And this is
Hmm.
what this lady is speaking about. Really being for her man. That's what a
Yeah.
lot, see, that's the real world we living in that a lot of guys, man, really is missing.
Yeah.
A woman really, really being for the dude that she say she love. You feel me?
Yeah. And you know what, man? And I'm gonna say this, bro. Again, this is why it's really important as men to be able to communicate our vision,
Doggone
right?
right.
Because we want a woman to believe in us and we want them to support us. We want them to be in our corner. But women are smart, right? They smart creatures. They smart people. And they with you all the time, bro. They know your deepest, darkest secrets, you know, and they know you they like nobody else. So when you go talking about what you gonna do, they know if you're not gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? Like one
But
time,
but but the thing here though, brother, you have to find the thing that I keep telling you though, and you doing it so well. You have to find because every woman ain't who she say she is.
well, that is true. But I'm saying in a
You know,
situation like okay, she's saying she don't got eyes for anybody else, and she down with her man and all this other stuff. And I think what basically the point I'm trying to get to is that if your woman know that you taking her with you and you going somewhere, and this is a man that's about action, and he wait because my wife she know when if I say something, Robin, you know this too, bro. If I say, hey, this is what it is, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, right?
definitely. You
And
deliver.
so
Definitely.
exactly. And so I think just as men, like you, I mean, because you can get women out there like she said that ain't that's any dude come in their face and whatever. But when you got you one of them women who want to be down with their man, that want to support their man, I think that relationship is gonna go a lot farther if you talk about what you're gonna be about. If you walk it like you talk it, it makes it easier for them to do stuff like that for you. You see what I'm saying? Like,
It just with that clip right there, brother. I don't know. That did something to me, man. She's a fine one too. She's a fine one, right? But it's just how she said it, how she
yeah.
said that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, me myself personally, me and you, we talk about this all the time. Like you say,
Mhm.
sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. You ain't got to agree. But
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing is this: the men now is really, really. I think now we especially the older you get, I think now we really, really want that real good supportive lady in our lives
Mhm.
because yeah, because bro, men, we I think it's important for us to really have the family far as the vision because we see the vision. So it's important for us to have that family
Mhm.
to follow us for that vision. You understand
Okay.
me? But
Yeah.
you right. You right. The man definitely have to do exactly what he's saying and sought out to do. But also that woman, you understand me? Nowadays, nowadays it's really, really difficult to find a woman that really understands the vision
Mhm.
of that man because they off on visions themselves. You see what I'm
I was
saying?
I was about to say because I'm fair. I keep it down the middle.
Hey,
I'm the
so
I'm the ref at the boxing match. Hey,
you right.
you said right. Hey, both you guys keep a clean fight. Like that's me because I'm gonna do that.
Right.
See both sides. I feel like okay, like and they a lot of pastors and stuff like they speak on this. The man literally the woman they say the woman supposed to follow and support the man. That's his job. That's her job, right? To follow and support the man. Okay, I believe it's the man's job to have the vision for the
To
family.
have
Like,
the
look,
vision.
this is the
Doggone
vision.
right.
This is the direction. This because they're gonna step how you step. You the general dog. I mean, we talk about this at work, right? You want a woman to follow you, right? But you have no vision, bro. What's she gonna
That's right.
follow?
But
Follow
see,
what?
sometimes the vision, see, they go off on the vision on their own, right? So that's
Right.
why, see the vision of the world. See, the women right now today is caught up on the vision of the world, brother. You
A
know what
lot
I'm
of them
saying?
is.
Because see,
A lot of
yeah,
them is. Yeah,
because
that's
see,
right.
you remember what we just talked about. The vision sometimes take patience. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? The
That's true.
vision
And some of them
sometimes
don't be
take
wanting to wait.
they don't want to wait. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Sometimes the
you know what
vision
though,
takes
bro? That's cool. If they don't want to wait, that's exactly how you know that they ain't even for you in the first place.
that. Now that's the part that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I'm with you when you're right. You see what I'm saying?
Now that's the part I'm talking about right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Them ones ain't for you no way. You
And
see what I'm saying?
we know that. We a lot of times we know if a woman ain't really down for us because I'm gonna tell you like and this is how you know. My woman, my wife was with me when I had nothing, dog. I was in my car. I had probably like 4 pieces of clothes to my name. My car was broke down. No job, no friends, no family, no money. She was there. So what could she want from me other than me? Right? And so she the one who really put me on this path because when I was at my lowest point, she told me every single night, man, you're gonna be a great man, and one day the whole world gonna see it. Because she spoke life into me, I decided I didn't want to disappoint her. And then I went to go on this personal development uh journey.
Hey,
I got
hey,
my temper under control. I started going back to church. I found a job. I stuck with that job. I got better at that job. I made a lot of money at that job. You see what I'm saying? Like I started my own businesses because she believed because I'm a loyal person. And I believe if you love somebody, the last thing you want to do is disappoint them. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, like
so let me ask you a question then. Now there you go. Disappointment. Now
mhm.
do you think women care about disappointing a man? I know guys think about it a lot. Do
Well,
you think women
I think
care about it?
it depends on the woman because
It depends on
here
the woman. Yeah.
and this will be talking about, like with the relationship things and marriage things, bro. I believe that it can never be 50-50. It has to be 100-100, right?
100,
So
100. Doggone right.
like if I'm trying to better myself, because when I say like I don't want to disappoint her, bro, I means like she believed in me and I don't want to let her down.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to let her down and have her looking silly or anything like that because she didn't have to do any of these things for me. She don't have to clean the garage. She don't have to support me. She don't have to be watching the kids when I'm out late working. She don't have to do any of those things. She could be just like all the other women that's out here running ragged, right? And
Right.
so if you have enough faith and belief in me to stand by me, I'm gonna have enough energy, motivation, and ambition to go do what I gotta do. You see what I'm saying? So, and when it comes to women disappointing their men, it's really about what expectations does he have for you, right? So, like, what is a woman disappointing a man would look like? Like for me personally, it for my wife is like I was telling her that she said she wasn't always confident, and so I would tell her, hey man, you need to speak more highly about yourself. You really smart, like, but I don't want to have to keep trying to build. You need to build yourself. You got to work on
Got to
yourself,
build yourself. Doggone right.
because
And that's the
I ain't gonna
thing.
be here
My
forever.
philosophy. That's what my philosopher said. He was like, most of the times, well, back in the day, we used to say, like you say, the 50-50 thing, but no, you got to be 100-100. You know what I'm saying? We both have to be building. That's why I titled this Building Yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they build on the outside, but they don't build in the inside, brother.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
just as well, see, and that's where the women come in. They want to build on the outside, but never want to build on the inside. You know,
Hmm.
then that's the thing, brother, that's really, really important in life. You know what I'm saying? Building yourself in the inside. That's what I found out to be really, really important and beneficial in my life. Uh, when I just stripped away from, I made a choice to strip away from all the stuff that I thought that made me happy. You know, that stuff didn't make me happy. It made me look good. You feel me? I look good, right? But I wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? So now this, what I'm doing, personal development, uh, positivity work, giving back to the community, speaking with kids, doing stuff like that. Now that makes me happy. You know, that's what I found out in my later years. That's why I speak to
Hmm.
the young kids and I talk to them about stuff like this as well, because I found more joy, man, giving back and talking to kids, man. I found more joy doing that more than driving a a nice truck or driving a nice car. I found this way living, giving back to the community. I found this more happy, being more happier than anything in the world, brother.
Yeah, nah, bro, and I think those are all good points, bro. And and again, yeah, building yourself and working on yourself, and I think this is why a lot of times relationships do fail, bro. And look, my marriage ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. My wife ain't perfect, you know. But at the end of the day, I think that since we both are working on ourselves, it's easier to work together. You see,
Hey,
you see what I'm
eh,
saying? And so, because like you will have people like you do have to grow together. Like I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna like I said, the biggest thing for me was my temper, and
right.
this is the calm version, bro. You already know how I be trying to get down, right? And you got to say, hey man, say a lot, man. But this is the improved version of me. And so back in the day when before I started trying to work on my and do anger management, man, I was like, dude, why would you? Because I got arrested, and the judge told me, he was like, man, you do anything else, we throwing you in jail for a year. And these white
Uh,
judges is not playing with my black behind. You see what I'm saying? They mean
heck
it.
no.
So then I had to sit back and I had to say, all right, this woman been there for you. She'd have supported you at your lowest point. She keep talking, speaking life into you, but you're disappointing her because you're getting arrested. You see what I'm saying? You're constantly getting in
Right.
trouble. Now, is it fair for me to ask her, hey, I'm about to go to jail. Could you wait for me for a year in order for us to be together? Even though at that point in time, I knew she absolutely would have done that. That's not fair to her. What the other option is, bro, why don't you just behave yourself?
Okay,
Why don't
hold
you
on,
just
hold on.
work on it?
I,
You don't even gotta
I
go to
ain't trying to
jail.
cut. Hey, I ain't trying to cut you off, but listen to I loved how you said that. Now, see, people seem to think, especially women, they seem to think that it ain't no good guys out here. I don't know what the heck they be looking wrong, choose wrong. I don't know. Cause listen to what you just said. You just said like it's disappointing to her. The main thing is, I think a lot of guys, especially now, maybe back in the day, maybe they was right. Maybe the guys was a little bit kind of out of control. Hey, I know I was a little bit out of control in my day. I know I was, right? Hey, that's why I'm here on this YouTube, uh, being honest and just being I'm forgiving of myself and I forgive others, but I'm forgiving myself. So I ain't a perfect person, you know what I'm saying? But I dedicated my life now to change. So with that being said, I can go back and look over things and be like, man, boy, I was crazy for doing that. I was silly from doing that. That's why
Mhm.
you see when I talk to you, I tell you a lot of good positive things, a lot of good positive
Yeah,
ways on how you should maneuver because you still young and you have to go through it. Because this life is a mug, man. It is a trip now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Nah, you're
know,
right, bro. I mean, honestly, dude, like when they say it ain't no good men, like you said, maybe it's who they looking at or who they choosing. And if men
yeah,
say it ain't no good women, it's probably who they looking at or who they choosing. I think
fact.
I I think it's a combination of both, but it all stems from it ain't enough men and women doing personal development.
Doing that's a
That's really what I
bar.
think. Because
Oh, that's a bar. Hey,
oh man,
hey, I couldn't have said that no better myself, bro. That's where
yeah,
it's at. Listen, that's what my philosophers been teaching me. Like, it ain't no, what's the old saying? Happy life, happy wife, happy life. No, no, no.
that's
We
trash,
both
bro. That's trash. That's trash. And a matter of fact, I think the people that made that saying, uh, these people was they weren't real men, bro. These were
Exactly.
dudes. These were yes men for their wives, and
Exactly.
they probably was some old dude or a dude who probably had a lot of money or whatever, and had a woman out of their league that married them, and like, hey, I
Yep.
just got to keep her happy. Nah,
Yep.
bro, because what's the rhyme for happy husbands? You see what I'm saying? It
Hey,
ain't one. So that's trash.
I'm glad you said it. Go ahead. I'm glad you
Yeah,
said that.
bro, that's trash. It ain't no happy wife, happy life. It should be about both of us being happy. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is it's about two people feeling served by each other and both people being happy. Because if you do everything to make your
That's
wife
right.
happy, right? And you constantly giving, you are draining yourself, and it's gonna feel like your woman high maintenance. Because what you actually doing is you teaching a learned behavior. If I can't get what I want, I'm gonna start a problem. Nah, we ain't do. I ain't getting what I want. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no problem. If I ain't got it, you ain't got it. If you ain't got a problem, I ain't got a problem. If I ain't got a problem, you ain't got a problem. It ain't. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, what me and my wife, bro, I tell you this, because I always speak highly about my woman. I love my woman, and we do have our own problems. But
Right. I mean, that's life. That's life.
that's life. I honestly think
Hmm.
that there's different categories to personal development, right? And it all depends on the season of your life that you in. The season of your life that you in should determine the category that you need to be working on. So
Doggone right.
in my marriage, me and my wife hit a rough patch. We are like what Jamie Foxx said, we arguing. He said,
Yeah.
we arguing, right? We just arguing. I say it's white, she says black. I say it's red, she says blue. I say it's fat, she says skinny. We just arguing, right? And that season, I was like, man, the personal development. Hold on. Let me change my camera. I think, yeah, hold up. I think my phone probably didn't. All right, we good. So for that season, the personal,
There you
the
go.
yeah, for that season, the personal development was in the relationship category, bro. That's where we focus. The personal development was in the relationship category. So how to be a less toxic partner, how to actually listen, how to have a I call it a constructive argument.
A
You see what
constructive.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's have a
Yeah.
constructive argument. Let's not be arguing. This shit is unproductive. It's unconstructive.
Um, hey,
Can we have
don't
a
we say that all the time? We say that all
yeah,
the time when we be talking. Be like, this is unproductive
it's
conversations
unproductive.
right here. I ain't gonna even
Like,
lie.
and a lot of this stuff, and I'm telling you, man, it's really, and I've been noticing certain things lately because I've been looking through stuff through a different lens, bro. It's really
Mhm.
hard for a woman because we think all you gotta do is support us. It's really hard for a woman to love and support a very, very, very ambitious man. Like, because I'm telling you, bro, when I wake up, I'm getting after it. I ain't really getting sleep. I ain't really eating. I'm working all the time, 7 days a week. Barely get breaks, you know? And so a lot of my time does not go to my wife. So a lot of women, they will feel like, hey, your career comes first, your content comes first, your business comes first. I'm fifth, sixth, or seventh on the depth chart. So why can't you put me first? Right. And I always have to just refocus her. Listen, I am chasing something, you know,
Right.
and if I
Right.
don't do this right now while I'm young, it's going to be really hard to do it in my 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm putting in the work right now. So, and this train ain't stopping. So I want to keep my family with me. I want to keep my wife with me. And that's hard. You know what I mean? And there's a clip out there with Michael B. Jordan. He talks about it. It's hard for him to be in a relationship because he want to be great. Like, we look at LeBron James, and we always say, man, Savannah, she's such a great wife. She's a stand-up woman. But we don't know what it's like for Savannah to be dating LeBron James ever since high school.
Right.
It's an
Hey,
82 game season in the NBA. He never really coming home. He always practicing extra
yeah,
shots. You know, there's other
yeah.
basketball players to date. You can go sit by the you can go date the dude at the end of the bench. But if if you want to be with a great man, it's gonna come with great sacrifice. Every woman can't do that. And I'm
That's
glad that
right.
I'm glad I got me a Savannah. You see what I'm saying? So,
Hey,
but we
I'm
gotta
glad
better
you got you a Savannah too, my brother. I'm glad you got you a
appreciate it.
Savannah too. Hey, I love when you said though that word great, because that's the key word. That's the word I've been studying that for 6, 7 years. Being great. You hear me? See, a lot of us, I don't think we practice that enough. We okay with just being good. We okay with
Right.
just being, yeah. But when you put it in your mind to be great, man, you checking up under uh uh every rock, every stone, you checking everything to make sure that you literally doing the best work inside of your soul, inside of yourself to be great. Because being great comes with a lot of challenges. You see
It
what I'm
do.
saying? It comes with a lot of challenges, and it comes with a lot of uphills, hurdles you have to go through just to be great. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know, people can master being good, but bro, if you looking for greatness, man, that's a big word. I take away key words to certain things, man. You know, that's what I had to do to change my life. I had to understand key words to things. And I had to block out all the little words that really is not productive, right? Because you know, and man, I still got a long way to go, but I am further along now than I was 2 or 3 years ago. So it's progress. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? And look at it like this here, man. I just said this before you jumped on this. I've been living my life a certain way for 40 some years. I've just been on this journey 7 years. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give myself grace, and I got to give myself time, you know, to get to the
Yeah.
point that I'm trying to get to.
Hey, because that's look at this, bro. It's we about to unpack that, bro. Hold on, cause you cooking. Now you
Okay.
cooking. You done turned on the air fryer. Look, check this out. So when you said that you've been living a certain way for 40 something years, right? And
Yes.
you only been on this journey for 7 years, bro.
Yes.
That's a big difference in numbers,
Big
right?
difference.
Like if you look at it, if you look at it on the scale, 40 years. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, the 40's up here. And you trying to balance that thing out and make it go this way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's not easy to do, right? Like imagine going to the gym. So people
Mhm.
get mad, like, oh man, I'm fat or whatever, and I've been working out for 6 months. So, man,
Yeah.
you been fat for 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. It took you 20 years to look like that. You most definitely ain't gonna lose it all in 6 months because it don't even make sense. It's
Right.
unbalanced, bro. So
It's
I would
unbalanced. Yeah.
I would say this, like for as long as you've been a certain way, in order to really skyrocket and get to the results, like you said, being great, you're gonna have to put in just as much time as when you wouldn't great. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you've been like you said, because it's the learned behavior. If you've been living a certain way for 40 years, for 50 years, even for 10 years, now it's like subtraction, bro. You got to balance that out. So look,
Mhm.
you lived a certain way for 10 years, you got to do this thing for 10 years. If you want to start making this positive, now what you got to do, you got to be doing this for 20 years, 30 years. And now you're going to see yourself start to elevate. You see what I'm saying? Cuz like that's just how it works, man. Everything is a balance. It's a scale.
That's how it works.
It's a scale. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's why I say, you know, I'm not beat up on myself so much,
Mhm.
and that's why I just came on out here, dude. With all my imperfections, I just came on out here because if I sit down and wait, it'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? So I constantly get on here, and I just constantly, the main thing, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very proud of the work that I have done these 7 years. So that's another reason why, hey, I jump on here in a heartbeat because I'm proud that I was able, just the things that I was able to accomplish in these 7 years, just the things that I was able to actually put a put in the back of me and not let those things that I was used to,
Yeah.
not let those things like worry me or make me, you know, uh, make me wish that I was there again. Man, I'm not gonna lie. This journey I've been on for 7 years has been one of the amazing journeys of my life,
And
bro.
that's huge.
I wish I would have started this. Yeah. I wish I would have started this sooner, but I wasn't in that space. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know, don't nobody knows when life is gonna hit you to make you change the directions of your life. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that can come small or big. There's certain things that can come in your life and it'll just make you just want to change, your mindset. All I can say it happened, man, and I'm glad that it did happen because now uh, I might don't have a lot like I used to have, but I'm in a better, positive space in my life right now. That's one thing I can say.
Man, okay. So look, I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
So this is something that shocked me one time, and it made and I was feeling a
Uh,
little low. I was feeling a little unmotivated, drained, because I wasn't seeing my progress that I wanted to see. And
yeah.
then one day I had Googled myself, and I was so
Mm,
proud of what I saw on Google from me
mm,
holding awards and being on podcasts and different stuff like that, right? Rob, listen, man, I'm telling you, just stay on the journey, and then one day, don't do it now. Don't do it now, but stay on your journey,
mm,
right? And go and do the work like you've been doing, because you've been doing this longer than me. Matter of fact, while I'm talking, right?
mm.
And then one day, Google yourself. And if you are proud of what shows up when you Google yourself, that is literally how can I put it? That's evidence that you doing the right thing. Because I remember one time I Googled myself, I seen my mug shot. You see what I'm saying? When I had got arrested.
Hey, funny thing you said that. Hey, I was just finna say, nah, brother, I probably won't want to Google myself, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's the young version of the situations, right? But
Mhm.
me just knowing, I see it in my everyday life. I see it in my actions. I see it in what I constantly work on, what I do, what's my routine every day. So me personally, I'm proud of myself now. But what get me that confirmation of what you talking about is when I put everything that I have worked on, when I put that out there in the universe and I see the reaction from the people either who I'm talking to or either when I'm in the chat like me and you what we doing right now, when I see the reactions of these type of people of what I'm doing, that right there is the confirmation that I really that's all the confirmation I really need right there.
Yeah.
That gives me a lot of satisfaction because I know what, like 10 years ago, I didn't feel this great about myself, not the way that I do now. Now, I might have had more on the outside, and that giving me confirmation that I was dead in the inside. If now I have less, but I'm much happier in the inside compared to 10 years ago when I had more, but I felt real low in the inside. You
I
feel me?
feel you.
So that's my confirmation right there.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, no, that you spitting
You
facts.
see
You
what I'm
spitting
saying?
facts, bro. But man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm proud of you. You know that as always, man. Because, bro, you know you showing up. We got work tonight. You still showing up. You see what I'm saying? And
Definitely. That's what I was finna say. We need to get up out of here. We'll do about 5-10 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because we do have to go to work tonight. You know what I'm saying?
but man, I remember one time, bro. I didn't really feel like doing much, and I had seen that you was on live, and I was like, man, you better go record a video. You better go. And I had dropped something on Facebook. We push each other, man. I think that's what.
We push each
I
other.
think that's really
Yeah.
dope, bro. And so, man, I'm always proud of you, man. You're always motivating me. And oh, check this out. So I had told you I'm doing these classes now for like the ongoing coaching thing. And so,
Uh-huh.
bro, next week I'm gonna be doing some group sessions with people, and I would love for you to be a part of it, man. This is gonna be called the content challenge. I'm doing something called a content challenge, where I'm gonna help people with their YouTube channels, right? And then I'm gonna show y'all a framework I just learned that I think is crazy dope, and you're gonna get all the content you need for all your platforms just off one YouTube video. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this consistently, and we're gonna grow our YouTube channel. So it's really a challenge that we all doing together as a group. You know, we're gonna stay there, motivating each other, pushing each other, critiquing each other, pushing each other, and making each other
Right.
better. And we're gonna do it as a group, man. And I love for you to join, bro. I think it's gonna be dope.
Well, you already know I'm there. You know, you ain't even gotta ask me. Just tell me to show up. Tell me to be there, and I'm gone. You already know.
Yeah,
Hey, cause like I tell you, man, this this thing, this journey I've been on. I was telling the guys at work last night. I was talking to Reverend. I was talking to the Rev last night. Ain't that funny, brother? We got a Reverend at our job on third shift. Boy,
hey,
God is
hey,
good,
and
bro.
he is that. He the funniest rever you ever knew on the entire universe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, ain't this funny though? God done literally put us in a place that we got a reverend, we got all type of good, positive people that we work with, and we all is like shining light on each other. Man, I'm telling you, it don't get no better than this,
Hmm.
brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, but what I was saying though, I was telling Rev though last night, like the journey in these 7 years that I've been on, me leaving my hometown, me being in a place to where it is, I I really don't know a lot of people in this town.
Yeah.
It's sort of like it's it sort of has helped me to focus as well. This is what I was telling Rev last night. You know, uh, because I don't know nobody here. The only people I know is the people that I work with, you know. And when they see me for the man that I am now, the journey that I've been on for 7 years. Okay. That's how they see me. That's how they greet me, right? Because that's how I greet people. That's what I show people. That's what I want to be known for now. The rest of the life that I have left here on this earth, I want to be um, I want to be remembered as a man that really showed up in his life when it counted. Okay, that's why I started this new journey, man. Um, and it's been a good one. It's been a long one, but God is really showing me that he's been with me this whole time, but he's really showing me that as long as I want to keep going in this direction, man, he going to keep putting good and positive people in my life. Like you, my guy, you know what I'm saying? Yes, God is really showing out with with showing me, as long as I keep this positive work that I'm doing, as long as I keep going on this word that I'm doing, he's going to stay consistent in my life, and he's going to help me see this through. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm thankful for you, my brother. And I'm just thankful for just being here, man, and God giving me a chance to really show what I what I have in the inside, what he created me for, right? He's showing me that I can do this, brother. And I'm really thankful for it, man. You understand me?
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? And I'm gonna say this. Well, first of all, man, dude, God ain't this. He just got started. This is just the beginning, which is crazy. You see what I'm saying? So if you feeling this blessed and this thankful, bro, wait till God really start cooking, because he ain't even turned on the fire yet. You see what I'm saying? Then I want to say I have seen a lot of growth, bro. I went back and watched one of your videos, one of your first ones when you was with the Boys and Girls Club, and man, there was a lot of you was super stiff, and you was like, so the kids had challenged me, and I'm doing this thing, this video thing, and so I'm gonna
Uh
be doing this, and so I'm doing this thing, I was like, man, that's Rob. Because now you seem so more natural on here, bro, and
mhm,
you were way better
mhm,
at like articulating your thoughts and speaking
mhm,
and stuff like that.
mhm.
So, bro, go if you really want to see how far you came, go watch your original videos, and then
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna see the work that you've been putting in, and it's showing, man. And so, bro, I just want to say I am proud of you, dog, and you have had a lot of growth, and it's just the beginning. We talked about this so many times, and we said it so many times, but it's the truth. And man, I just want to say that everything that you get, because it's gonna come, the success and the recognition for being that man that you said that you is, you deserve it, bro. Because you got over 100 something videos on YouTube, and I understand it's because this is therapeutic for you, and that's what keeps you going, because it's like a form of therapy. But dog, you deserve everything that's gonna come, because you put in the work, you done been consistent, you done got better, and I'm telling you, dog, I'm with the YouTube class I'm doing, and I'm teaching people the stuff that I learned. You gonna get in front of some people, and you gonna start making money from your YouTube channel. I'm telling you, dog, because you deserve it, man.
Well, hey, I thank you for that. You keep telling me that, right? And what did I tell you? I say, man, I didn't even start
For the
this
money.
for nothing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? For the money, the recognition of it. This was like my therapy. You know what I'm saying? And I must say, it didn't help me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that.
Yeah,
You know, and I didn't get on here uh pointing fingers at nobody. I didn't get on here speaking ill will with nobody. I just wanted to speak what's in my heart. Now, if anybody, have any problems, with me out there in the universe, I have no problem with sitting down talking to people. I really love really talking out people problems. You see what I'm saying? Because what we may think that was a problem, man, once you get to looking in the grand scheme of things, it ain't really no problem, man. This life is so big, man. It's a lot of things going on. So the things that we may think that was a problem probably ain't even a problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm starting to figure out as well, you know. But all I can say is, man, life has been good to me, man, and I have no regrets for real about it. Now, if I had to go over and do some things over, yes, of course, I would be doing some things over. That's why I give back by speaking and talking with you young kids. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying? Well, you're not a young kid, but
I
I'm
get,
saying
I
with
get
the
what you're saying. Yeah,
youngsters, you know. Yeah, yeah. That's my form of way of how
man.
should I say
Yeah, man. You're fixing some wrongdoings. You're trying to put good out there into the world, and you doing that by investing in the youth, bro, which is huge.
There you go. Hey, that's what I was trying to say right there. Because when I was that first video you saw, them young kids, I was working with the Boys and Girls Club. I was doing so good and interacting with them, and it set so well in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved kids. You see what I'm saying? So it set so well in my spirit, and the kids really, they really loved me being there and interacting with them, and I was challenging them because I'm not just a one thing about me. I'm a person. I'm a man that puts up challenges towards the kids and people. I just don't let kids do and feel how they want to. I make them challenge their thoughts, make them challenge their mind, and their hearts. This is what I do to kids, right? Make them challenge themselves, because if you just let kids do what they do, be kids, you know, they don't learn nothing in this thing called life. So you got to put up challenges for them, right? So by me challenging them, they was trying to challenge me, you
Yeah.
know.
Hey,
So they said,
if you put out the challenge, you
Robert,
can't turn down no challenges either now.
right. So I would go back, I would make videos, man, on my night shift. You see, then I was working night shift, and that was like 2021, man. You know what I'm saying? We here in 2025. You see? So I made them videos in 2021. And that was one of my first videos that I started doing. So I would take them videos back to the classroom I was teaching, and man, they would actually laugh at me, and they would tell me little things or whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that I started doing this, and I'm glad that I started really wanted to challenge myself, because that was more than anything. I wanted to start challenging myself to different things. You know what I'm saying? And when I did that, brother, it opened up the doors for me. And that's why I tell the people out there in the universe, don't be settled in your life and stuck in the process of you thinking that you got because of the outside. Your outside look good around yourself, around your house. Your outside look good, and you think that's all to life. Oh man, challenge yourself in the inside. Challenge to do more with your mind, with your heart. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself to do more outside in the community as well. Because I found out putting or doing more for the community also helps you inside of your heart as well. You see what I'm saying? I found that out as well, man. When I talk to a lot of people like teachers or people that's on board meetings and stuff like that, they do so much for the community. So then when you sit down and have a one-on-one talk with them, brother, they just have so much good and positive things to say. I was like, oh wow. So that's what it's like when you give out to others. You also have good conversations within within yourself. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
dude, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope,
yeah.
bro.
But listen, you got anything to say, man, before we get on out of here? Cause we do got to, you know, go to work on third shift, right? So
Yeah, well, I will say, man, progress is a process. Be
yes,
patience and preparation. Be patient
definitely.
and prepare at the same time. And most importantly, above all thing, man, just stay trying to develop. Do personal development and personal growth, and just go on the journey.
Hey, well said there, brother. Well, listen, I want to thank you, man, again for popping up, man, showing up. Hey, one thing about you though, I ain't never got to worry about it. When you say you coming to do something, you actually do it. You know what
I'm
I'm
coming.
saying?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And you know what? Today I was just coming in here for like 30 minutes, and I didn't turn this into 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I was just jumping on here because sometimes, man. Sometimes when I don't be on here, I start to miss it. I start to miss
You
being
done
on
built a
here.
relationship with the YouTube.
Yeah, So I just be wanting to get on here, man, for a minute, man. But
I
thank
feel
you
you.
for stopping by, my brother. And one day next week, we'll have to put up a real topic. I'll let you put up a topic and we'll really go through the topic. Today, we just, like I say, we freestyling again. You know what I'm saying? But that
Mhm.
main thing that I put up there was building, right? That's one thing because I was listening to that last night while I was at work. building yourself. And
Mm,
that's why I put on my thumbnail, building yourself, man. We have to really channel in on building your self-esteem, right? Your self-confidence, right? And your self-awareness of where you at in your life.
yeah, that's huge.
Building, you know. So that's really what I really wanted to speak on today. But
Yeah,
thank you, my brother, once
no
again.
problem, bro. Absolutely, man. Well, I see you at work.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. Hey, I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, later, bro.
All right, later. Peace. Yeah, you guys. Yes. Man, it's always a pleasure uh when me and that guy get in the room together. It's always a pleasure. You know, he have a lot of wisdom as a 26-year-old young man. I tell you, man, it ain't too many guys that's his age that got a wise uh a wise intellect and a wise work ethic like that young man do. Okay? He's married. He's been married for well over. I think they just had an anniversary. So shout out to them. And yeah, I'm just very glad that he's on my team. I'm very glad that we found each other and we working together because it takes two. Well, it takes people. It takes a village, like they say. It takes people in this world. You know, one person can't get this done. Even in personal development, even in working on yourself, you can't do this by yourself. Okay, you need people around you that support your vision, um, that support your mind as you trying to work deeply to dissolve certain things in your life. You know, it takes people to around you for that. You know, you need different conversations, you need different inputs, and it takes like-minded people. You know, everybody that you know ain't gonna be like-minded like you, right? Now that don't mean, you know, you have to put them down or bash them. You know, it just means that you on a different frequency than most people. But when you do find a person that's on that same frequency as you, when you do find people that's on that same journey as you, when you do find people that has that same heart and care and passion about things as you, that makes it so special. Every time y'all get together, it makes it a special moment. That's what me and that young guy have. We have that type of bond, we have that type of care, and we have that type of respect for one another. So you guys, I done been on here way too long, right? Uh that's not my normal though. I do like being on here a long time because I have a lot to say, right? Okay. You see this over here? Shout out to the people. Shout out to the people who not only say who they are, but act the way that they say they are. Okay? Because action speaks a lot better than words. Okay? So shout out to them people for keeping it real about who you are and what you stand for. If you not one of them people, I advise you do personal development on yourself, soul searching on yourself to find out why your words don't match up to your actions. It's not really that hard to figure out why that is. You just have to really search deep in the inside to figure out why that is. Build yourself, no matter how old you is, no matter how young you is. Build yourself to tell the truth. Build yourself to be honest. Build yourself to be resilient. Build yourself to have courage. Build yourself to have faith. Build yourself to have love. Build yourself to forgive. That's my message. That's my time. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate each and everybody that really take out the time to check out and see what I got going on over here. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Okay? Subscribe to this channel here on YouTube, Mr. RC Community TV. Until next time I put my face on this place. Peace, love, and you already know my saying, positivity, right? Enjoy the rest of your night. And we here. The weekend is here. Yes. Yes. I'm out of here, you guys.